Hey guys, this is Wilma Wins for another exciting part of Pokemon Platinum. In this part, we are going to get some stuff done. Yay! Okay, so if you head south from Veilstone City, you get to Route 214. And it doesn't really contain anything that exciting, but you do get a lot of battles, which is really good for experience. I noticed that Hatter was a bit behind on levels and hadn't had much screen time recently, so I decided to start levelling her up. So there we go, battle number 1, really easily. If you go in here, this is Ruin Manic Cave, and this guy's like, everyone calls me the Ruin Manic. I don't care what they call me. I'll just keep on chipping away at this rock wall, little by little. Do you know why I'm the Ruin Manic, who is fascinated by unknown? I know it's a little sudden, but how about we have a race? You keep catching unknown, and I'll keep digging away. We'll have a race, see who can get it done first. So, you know, if you catch a load of unknown, I'm not quite sure how many, you can start seeing Hippopotas. And if you catch all of them, including the exclamation mark and the question mark, you can get out the other side, I think it is, but I'm not really sure. Not sure, Bulbapedia it. It's there to help. I don't know why I'm pointing to the side, you can't even see that. Anyway, this is P.I. Carlos, and he has Goldeen. And I never understood why private investigators had a Goldeen. Doesn't make any sense. I thought they'd have like a Ditto or something, because you know it'd be like changing its image, kind of. I don't know where I'm going with this. Or like a Pokemon that can learn Mimic. I thought that would be what a PI would have, but you know, private investigator. Never mind. So it's a Skorupi, and that was done pretty easily. And I'm going to switch into Flamon to take on this Carnivine. And I thought it said Carvanha, so I was like, why am I switching in Flamon? And then I realised Carvanha wasn't even in the Sinnoh deck, so I didn't know why it was there. But, I don't know. Flamon can pretty much sweep this team. And I did, except for the Krogunk and the Skorupi, which feeling is there for to do. Oh, talking of this, on my DeviantArt account, I drew feeling in a Jijinka form. If you don't know what Jijinka is, it's like people dressing up as Pokemon. So if you're interested, have a look on my DeviantArt page. I'll link you to it. I thought it was pretty good. For me, anyway. It's nothing extraordinary, but I've got some other art up there. If you're interested, maybe you'll watch me. Maybe you'll have an occasional glance at my stuff. A bit of an advert there for my DeviantArt channel. I'd really appreciate it if you just clicked on the link. Just have a look at it. Have a look at some of my other work. It won't take too long. Just I'm asking for 5 minutes of your time. If you've got a spare 5 minutes, just have a look at the page. And hopefully you like some of the stuff I've got on there. And if you don't like send hate on me. I had some weird hate person send stuff to me. It's like, oh, you're rubbish. I absolutely hate your work. You should just give up now. I was like, thanks, mate. Way to boost my confidence. But oh well. Okay, back to the video. I never knew Pursuit attacked before you switched. I only found that out, like, I don't know, a while ago. I don't know. But I was like, oh, right, okay. So, yeah. It didn't even do that much, so I was okay. So this guy has a Jolteon, and it knows Quick Attack, and feelings like it's bound to die. But even after the accuracy lost, and I use a low attack power move, I still win. So here's Vaporeon, and I could just Spark, and that takes it down. And, oh, in black and white, Vaporeon, if you catch it in the Dream World, has the ability Hydration, which I think is quite nice, that if you catch different Pokemon in the Dream World, they have different abilities. I don't know if it's all Pokemon or if it's just the evolutions, because they also revealed Glaceon to have Ice Body. Yeah, it's got Snow Cloak at the moment and it has Ice Body. I think it's quite good that this has happened. I think it's a welcome change. I quite like this, but I don't think everyone will. Because you'll have some Pokemon, like if they gave Spiritomb Wonder Guard, that would be really, really silly. Because the only way you could kill it would be with like Stealth Rocks or with stats problems. So, that would be silly, but I don't know. What's your views? Okay, so here we are at the Valor Lake front, which we can't really do anything because there's cameramen blocking the way. If you go here and it's like, stop, there's been a blackout, you're not allowed this way. And this girl has dropped her key. And if you go find it, I think you need rock climb to find it properly. But I'm not really sure. I was looking for it, but I think you need rock climb. So I go on down here, which is really, really neat. And there's a yellow shard. And I thought because there was an area there on its own, it would have a hidden item, but it doesn't. So this is Chelsea, and she has a marl. And I love marl so much. I nearly used it on my team, but I didn't, which is, a bit of a bummer. But, Oh, and just in case I didn't tell you, in this part, I catch my final member, which is really, really cool. So this guy has both the forms of Shellos. I prefer the blue one, which is the east side, I think. Yeah, I prefer the blue one anyway. So if you go in here, this is Mr. Footstep, Dr. Footsteps. He's like, Pokemon are really quite easily for me to read. I just look at their footsteps and I see their innermost thoughts. So I let Snorunt walk and I see what Snorunt thinks of me. And it's like, with a perfectly matched combo. And I don't know, I can't even read that too quick. Anyway, I'm sure you could read it. But Snorunt quite likes me. So I was like, if you quite like me, then why wasn't Return doing much more? So I was pretty annoyed. But, what can you do? So this girl has a Glameow. I remembered. It's Cindy. I nearly said Sydney. And I could take it out with a bite. And that was really, really easy. So I thought there was an item there, but there isn't. So we're going to pick these berries, which is really cool. And go through here. And now we're in Pastoria City. The home of the Great Marsh, which I will probably cover in the next video. Actually, no, I won't. I've got something else incredibly more important to do in the next video. I may cover the Great Marsh in a later video, just not the next one. Or I might do the next one. You'll have to watch and see. Bit like I forgot to go over the contests. I don't even know if I will. They're not a main part of the game. They're not required. You don't have to do them. But, I'm going to. And look, maybe I'm going to go catch a Pokemon. Maybe I am. So, in here is the Pokemon I want to catch. Just to watch me hunt for them. There's a load of Chatot in here. I was like, oh my god. There is so many Chatot. But, it's in a few Pokemon time. I will find it. I think it's this one. Yay, it's Wingull, the flying water type. I was trying to leave you in suspense, like I haven't caught a water type or a flying type yet. So, but I've got a Wingull now, which is my final team member. I wanted to catch in a cool Pokeball because, it's cool. But, the Hill Ball breaks and it was my only one. So I'm going to have to go for the Ultra Ball. And I think this catches it. Does it? Does it? Yes, it does. And now Wingull is mine. And I name Wingull Peppers because, when it evolves, it's Pelipper, but it's spelled Pelly Pepper, and it made me laugh. So it's Peppers. Let's check out Peppers. Yeah, Peppers is so cool. So I'm going to teach it Fly. And I'll teach it Surf when I get Surf. Does it learn Surf? Yeah. But I won't teach it Waterfall. Or wait, does it have high physical attack or high special attack? I'll teach it one of them. Don't you worry. And I'll have a slave for the other one. Which is really, really neat. So it's Barry and he runs at me and doesn't bump into me. And I'm like, yay. It's like, whoops. I'm not always going to pile you over every time we meet. So how's it going, One Wins? Buffing up your Pokemon, eh? I'll test you on your Pokemon and see how buff and tough you are. So it's a battle with rival Pokemon trainer Barry. And I switched Elliot to the front because I knew he had a Staravia up on his lead. So I could just Spark and that will take it down. Down to Chinatown. Oh, I'm so cool. Not. Right, okay, so Elliot's now level 35 and learns Thunderfang. And I was like, you've got to learn an attack soon because you still know Swagger. And I hate that move so much. So here's Ponyta, so I thought this would be cool for you to see Peppers in action. But it's such a lower level. But I'm not going to do what I did with Leafeon. Don't you worry. Because Leafeon pretty much is so over leveled you won't see it for a very long time. You might see it next video in the gym, but you know, I can't promise anything. So I've had to leave it to feeling to take out this ponytail all by itself, and I go for the confusion, and that takes it down. Way, really easy. And Peppers gets some experience but doesn't go a level. So he sends out, what does he send out? Prinplup, and I send in Elliot, and Elliot can just Thunderfang, and it does a fair amount of damage. It's so fair, it takes it out, which is really easy. Yeah, so here's Rosalia, and I thought, perfect opportunity for you to see Flamon in action. Yeah, I nearly used Roserade on my team, but instead I went for Leafeon, because I've seen Roserade used a lot, and I haven't seen Leafeon used. So I took it as my opportunity. Yeah. So Flamon is nearly at that time in its life where it reaches its final stage, but not quite. So, yeah. I say that so often. I actually realise when I say it now. So I will try and stop. And Barry is talking about having his own theme song. And, oh, look, it's the end of the video. In the next part, we're going to start the gym and maybe even battle Crash Awake. Spoilers. Okay, bye.